Hi, the date is the 27th of August, 2026, and I am at my first kind of big corporate meeting. Just got flown up to the big city, and it's made me have some realizations, especially around being at where I am now and who I am now. And you can have a picture of yourself in your head and you can see yourself in a certain way, but then reality and interacting with other people, especially with a lot of other people in a specific manner, like business or something, it kind of makes you realize, and like doing things you have don't usually do, it makes you realize kind of where you're really at. And I am hanging out with my coworkers. They're all much older, 30 plus, and it really made me realize that even though they're not perfect, and even though they don't strive to be perfect and solve every issue, they kind of connect over familiarity. And they don't have that insecurity of needing to be perfect. And that is something that I want to kind of embody for the future. And if I always need to be perfect, I'll never be able to accept someone who likes me because they like someone who is not perfect. So, because they like someone who is not perfect, they are not up to my standards. So, it's like a paradox of I'll never be perfect, and if anyone likes me, they like someone who's not perfect. So, it's like you don't like me, well, I don't like myself either. So, it just doesn't work. And another thing came up where a coworker that like growing up in my environment, looks and attractiveness was very valued and appreciated. And so it kind of went the other way where if you didn't look a specific way to, I guess, society and abstract subjectively, you it wasn't said this way, but it was kind of implied you had less value if you had more value if you were attractive. And one of my coworkers that I didn't think I would get along with because of that reason was the one that I got along with the best. And actually, I ended up having a really nice night with them. And it was difficult socializing because these are all 30 plus year olds and who I don't have much stuff in common with. But when I met this coworker and we actually really started getting along, it kind of removed that notion. And it's like, and there was even a little bit of chemistry there where it was they were imperfect, and so I felt like the it was okay for me to be imperfect too. And I didn't feel like I had to be, I didn't visualize them as a perfect person, and so it was okay for me not to be a perfect person. And it made me realize that I want to treat everyone that way, and I want to be like that with everyone. And yeah, so I've always obviously been building myself into a new person, someone who I like being, and this is a work in progress. But one big thing that I've realized is a lot of people who do good things and have good values have that baseline and can kind of just enjoy their life with that baseline, don't really realize it. It's kind of an unconscious factor. And what I am working so hard to do is build those habits and over and over and over again till they are an unconscious action. And to a point where I can reach their level, where they were born with it, and or no, I don't want to say born with it, where their environment kind of shaped that into them. Um, my environment didn't shape that into me, and so it's not an unconscious. The things that I do unconsciously aren't really things that are what I like. and I can accept in myself. I can't accept those things that I do unconsciously because they're not healthy or productive or the me I want to be. And so I will need to work hard to do something so much that it can be unconscious just to reach the level that these people don't even know they have. And it was kind of a bit of a reality shock, but it's nice. It's really nice to, it gives me hope and gives me kind of hope for the future and becoming someone that I can accept being, and even with flaws. It's just about which flaws. Now, I'm obviously, this is a business trip, so I'm doing training and meeting big company corporate guys and learning a bunch, and I think this is a really big step for me, especially in my career of brand representing, where it really brought perspective, as a lot of these people doing the same job as me, 30 plus, I may be a bit hard on myself sometimes, and I may be doing better than I give myself credit for. It's just my value system, I've been able to make money before, but my value system is very much based on core fundamentals of who I am. So even though having this job at such a young age might be a really big thing for someone else, I might look at their core fundamentals that they just unconsciously live by, and I might think that is my goal, and they don't even realize that. So that's, I guess, a good lesson on being happy with what you have. But yeah, back to the topic, doing lots of training, meeting lots of corporate guys, and learning a bunch new stuff. And I think I'm definitely glad I stayed in this job as long as I have and committed to this job, because even though I won't be in it forever because I have to travel, I can still learn so much. And I don't want to leave this job on bad terms. It's kind of like a scarcity mindset of, I'm not going to do this job properly for I'm going to put in my leave for my last month and then not do it properly, in compared to, I'm going to do this job to the best of my ability for the last month so that I can get a glowing reference and leave the company with a good reputation if I ever want to come back. And honestly, just yeah, but where I'm not actually planning to quit at the moment. I still want to work for a bit longer, at least to a year, and maybe look at opportunity of staying in this job but going somewhere else in the country. But yeah, that's kind of just where I'm at, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. That's the end of the video. See you guys.